Good evening, ladies and gents, back for another Conquerors Blade video. This time it's going to be a roundup of the dev stream that happened today on Twitch from the Conquerors Blade devs, and this dev stream was dropped on us very quickly. We only had an hour and a half notice before it actually went live, but I've gone through it, I've taken screenshots of everything, so I'm going to round up everything that you need to know so you don't need to worry about going back and watching it. Before I go into it though, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that share button, leave your comments and thoughts down below as well, and we'll get straight into this. So this dev stream was headed up by Leon, which is the owner of Porus or Booming as far as I'm aware, and Morgan Rat as well, who actually hasn't been around for the last few months, but they were both heading up this dev stream. First up is the introduction of the new season, and this is the Scylla season. This is a Korean season. We are going to be getting 3 new units, a new map, and apparently a load of TW changes as well. So just going to go through the units that we are going to be getting first. The tier 3 are the Scylla guards. These are going to be very good against cavalry. Apparently they're going to be able to use their shield as a bit of a shield throw thing as well. Look like they're going to be doing a lot of damage for a tier 3 unit, but probably will be quite squishy. Tier 4, which I think are the most interesting, are a monk type class that only use their fists, so they can rush into enemies, literally beat the hell out of them, and do some other cool stuff as well. So I'm really looking forward to playing these tier 4 units. And the tier 5 is a close range archer unit which focuses very much on kind of maneuverability and being able to kind of counteract a lot of different units. So it's going to be interesting to see just how well these guys go up against some very heavy shielded units. I'm going to be very interested to see how these fare up against things like Spartans and things like that. Moving on, the Snow Bloom Air skin is the Battle Pass level 0, so I'm just showing that off in the screenshots on the video right now for you. The Battle Pass level 100 is the Sage Monarch, and this is kind of like a king queen kind of skin. I don't see a lot of people using this skin personally, but it's a nice skin to have if you want to show off a crown and everything. But I think a lot of people will probably use the Battle Pass level 0. Not so many will use the Battle Pass level 100 skin, but it's good to see both of what we are getting. New field map. Apparently this field map is going to be having some juicy bonuses with it. They didn't really disclose too much about this, but they kind of went into that the design team have done something amazing with this field map that we are going to wait and see, and actually see some new fresh mechanics coming to it as well. The CBL, they focused a lot on the CBL. So CBL 2025 has been announced. Registration starts on the 19th, so the day before the new season dropping. The CBL 2025 registration starts. Major tournaments are then running from April until June, I believe it is. Leon was actually sat right in front of the date. I think they said it was till the end of June. It may be July, but it's one of those months, so it is going to be running for a couple of months at the very least. But they went into this quite heavily and actually spoke about the CBL in depth. They said that it is going to be cross-server kind of matches. They're going to work with content creators a lot more in terms of creating content for the CBL, pushing it out, actually kind of casting it and everything as well. And they then spoke about a multi-tier tournament system and kind of went into a little bit more depth about it, but didn't actually disclose too much. They said that a further news article regarding all the CBL and stuff and everything like that will be coming out pretty soon, because they want to really push this side of the game, and because it is going cross-region kind of matches now, it's going to involve a lot more people as well, and they're looking at heavily promoting this in the next couple of weeks. So just keep an eye on that if you are interested in the CBL stuff. Territory Wars, they spoke about Territory Wars. There are going to be a few changes to Territory War rules and everything. They are working with house leaders and everything like that. I know the house leaders have a separate Discord actually set up where they have had a meeting so far. I don't know if they've had any others yet, but I know they speak fairly often in there, and they speak about kind of what can be changed in the game, the mechanics, and Territory Wars especially. So apparently there are new rules coming in. Slot blocking, they know, is an issue within the community at the minute, so they are looking at trying to stop that from happening. Loads of people in the chat were asking about a certain CM apparently using slot blocking or thief trading, but they kind of skirted around that question. So nothing, unfortunately, to answer from there. The Alliance support, they are going to change all this kind of Alliance stuff again, apparently, as well. And the Warriors Showdown, I believe that's the 15v15 mode, that is going to continue in this season. They did apologise because it didn't work properly this season. They said they are going to test it a lot more and make sure it is working as intended before we go into the next season. So hopefully they are going to fix anything with it and they're going to make sure it is working properly. There is going to be a new wiki system as well. This is going to be tailored towards new players that are going to have a bit of an introduction into Territory Wars, because apparently a lot of the feedback they're getting from new players is the fact that they just do not understand the Territory Wars, how to get into it, what they need to actually be doing and everything like that. So they are looking at establishing a wiki system which is going to kind of help new players into that. Bit of just optimizing the automatic pathfinding for the AI units and everything like that as well. One thing I do want to mention though is this little roadmap in terms of making CB easier for new players. Now, we have heard this, unfortunately, the past few months, in the past few dev streams, we have heard this kind of regurgitated a few times now, and nothing seems to have really happened. Hopefully, they are going to start really kind of putting the time into kind of sorting out new players and everything though, because they have, and I've noticed personally that actually a lot of new players have joined the game recently. Not many are staying because it is quite a difficult kind of learning curve still at the minute, and a lot of people unfortunately are coming into the game. They're playing bot after bot matches and doing really well, and then as soon as they come in and face real players, they get absolutely squashed and then they just leave because they don't feel like they've got any chance to actually meet that level. So hopefully they're going to sort all that kind of stuff out. Obviously the wiki system in terms of telling people what to kind of do and everything like that, they are going to introduce a mentor system as well. They said they're going to put out further details on this in the Discord in the next kind of few weeks, but this is going to involve high level experienced players acting as mentors to try and get in new players and guide them and tell them what to do and help them through the early stages of CB, so they can actually start getting a newer, fresher player base into the game, which is going to be interesting to see. I'm going to be kind of interested in this as well, so keep an eye out for that if you are looking at becoming a mentor, because it will be a very good system, I think, if done properly. Moving on, they're going to restore the honour apparently of TW and rank. They said that they are going to make the rewards more rewarding. They're going to actually make it a lot more kind of worthwhile to play the TW and ranked and everything like that. I didn't go too much into detail about what they were going to be doing, but said they are going to make things a lot more rewarding. Future content, they are going to be getting a new hero every single year. Now, they both said they are not, or we are not getting in the next season, so please don't think we are getting a new hero this season. We are not. Leon actually did highlight we are probably going to be getting it in the second half of this year, so possibly not even the next season after this one, but maybe the season after that is going to be the earliest opportunity that we probably see a new hero. But it's good that they've identified this and they are going to be doing more hero classes each year. New map every single season, so obviously we've got that field battle map coming in this season, and new TW rules every season as well. They said they're going to work very closely with all the house leaders and all the apparently the legendary commanders of alliances or something, they said, and they're going to establish new TW rules, what is happening, and kind of figure out ways to keep the game fresh, mechanics fair and everything like that. And they're just going to really push home new TW rules each and every season. They then went into a bit of a Q&A session, and unfortunately most of the questions were about the buffs, the nerfs, all the rest of it. So nerfs and buffs, they have said they are nerfing Spartans, Phalanx and the Janja Cav, the really heavy cavalry, said they are all getting nerfs. Buffs, a lot of tier 3 units apparently are going to be getting big buffs to bring them back into line. I'm sure we're going to see far more buffs coming to a lot more units as well. Hopefully we will get all these details in a couple of days time, just before the new season, so I will put another video out on that and actually go through all the patch notes there of what we are expecting to see when the new season drops on the 20th. They went into the surrender button as well. They've actually said they've had mixed feedback about the surrender button. They've had a few people say they want it, a few people say they don't want it, so they didn't actually say if we are getting the surrender button or not. So that's going to be one to just keep your eyes out for at the minute, because they haven't actually said if it is coming on or not. They just spoke about the feedback they've gotten for it. I raised the question about the content creator program. I have very serious concerns about the content creator program. I know everybody else does in the program as well. So they did say they are focusing on the west side. We're all going to be getting our rewards, all the rest of it. That's not really what I was asking, to be honest. I was more asking about the fact that the program seems to be absolutely crumbling at the minute and is not fit for purpose. So hopefully someone will take charge of that and start leading it properly, because with all this new stuff coming in and everything, I think you are going to really need the content creators to really push home everything that is coming. And finally, we are going to be getting 3 new servers as well. So there are going to be fresh servers to play on. I don't know about server transfers. I'm sure people will be able to transfer between servers as usual, just before or just after we go into the new season, so we'll see what kind of happens there. But that was kind of it for the dev stream. A lot of stuff was kind of said. Not a huge amount of details were actually gone into, though. They said they have a lot of kind of big announcements coming in the next few weeks, though, so I'm sure they were going to push those out onto their Discord channel. I'm going to leave the video there, though. That's kind of the real quick rundown of kind of what's happened, so you don't really need to worry about watching the actual dev kind of live stream now on the video playback, because that's just every point I've covered as we've gone through it there. But thank you very much for watching, folks. As always, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that share button. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below, and I hope to catch you out on the battlefield.